Hey, this is a private residence, man.
What's up, dudes? This is the Lockpick and Lebowski, and today we're going to talk to you and do a quick review on Paclock. First of all, shout out to Greg, president of Paclock, and everybody else there at Paclock. I really appreciate this lock. I'm going to be talking to you about the 200A series aluminum body padlock. You too can get your own custom laser etched beauty. This one in particular has the KD keyway, and it's of course in black. I believe it's a 1-inch shackle. Let's first talk about the colors. Comes in I believe at least 10 different colors. They come in 3 body styles. The 200 series is from steel that's hardened and then nickel plated. The 200A is what I'm holding here, machined from 6061 aircraft grade aluminum. And the 250 series has a nickel plated brass body. So, let's talk about the shackle briefly. The shackle is a 3/8 inch shackle. Pretty beefy. I was pretty surprised, pretty pleased with that. The standard features in this are bump and pick resistant 6-pin cylinder. They didn't skimp on this thing. I'm going to zoom in on this briefly. You take a look here, you've got 4 fairly standard springs that you would find in, Master and American type locks. And then in 5 and 6, you've got these springs that are so incredibly stiff. They're like miniature versions of the Ilco bump halt springs. So you're not going to be bumping this lock. Just forget about that. Standard in this lock were 3 spool pins. I've currently got them in 1, 3, and 6. And 2 serrated pins. I've got them in 2 and 4, and a standard in 5. So, for the average person, this is more than enough. If you are into lock sport, then perhaps you're gonna. Really, should be enough for you too. But we sometimes we look for a little bit more. But this is really adequate. I mean, you're going to have a reasonably challenging pick on your hands to try and single pin pick this. To get to your core, you're going to go down through the shackle hole here, as is very common, and use your 7/64 hex. On the back, if you want to change your shackle, you'll need a 2.5 millimeter. They're going to go metric on that one. 2.5 millimeter hex. Basically, you pop out this pin here and your plate. And now for the core, I'm going to set this lock aside. I've already got the core emptied. They do crimp the back here on the left. What I've done, I've modified mine, so I've actually filed down the bottom here of the back of the keyway so that just a 90-degree turn, I have easy access to the pins and springs. In a lot of 6-pin locks, Master and American, you'll find they're only populated with 5 pins, but they did not skimp on this. All 6 are populated. You got to hand it to them there. And these are your keys. The particular bitting for this one looks like this. So, don't expect to bypass this either. You can't just, like you would go up to some American locks and use your bypass tool. Don't expect to do that with this lock. It's not going to happen. You will find a barrier, and it's the way this is designed. It's just not going to happen. There's no need for a wafer or anything in there. It's just not going to trip the actuator. It's also got dual stainless steel ball bearings, so it's not going to be shimmed, not going to be bypassed, not going to be bumped, not going to be shimmed. It's just not going to happen. It also comes in different keying options, you know, keyed different, keyed alike, master keyed, grandmaster keyed. Really trying to think of other things. Kind of at a loss for words. They're basically a real family-oriented company, and they also hire veterans, and they have employees with disabilities and some disadvantaged workers. So, great company. I think that's really about all I've got. I just think it's really fantastic. I think it's outstanding. I think it's over and above, you know, just your average padlock out there. If you're looking for something that's going to be more secure than the average, and it's going to give anybody who's looked on YouTube at videos, or even novice to intermediate into lock sport, it's going to give them a little bit of grief. So as far as your average, what I call them nuisance, opportunist type perps and thieves, you know, they're going to have to brute force this thing somehow. So I think it's really fantastic. And of course the custom laser etching on this one here just knocks my socks off. I really dig it. So I really appreciate it. I hope I covered everything. If I haven't, I'll try to add more in the notes. But I'm going to go ahead and call it. The Big Lebowski's paging me anyway, so I got to go. And I'll see you all next time. Get your Paclock.